Hello everyone, my name is Oliver Mendez. Welcome back to Meditation Club for the 2020-2021 school year, Corona edition. So I kind of miss everybody. Actually, I'm gonna be transparent. I miss everybody a lot. I miss everybody. I love everybody. School's great. I miss everybody. I think that just to dap up somebody, it would make me so happy. But I don't get that opportunity because there's a virus going around. So what I want to talk about is exactly that: isolation and the importance of isolation, but also the importance of friendship, and the things you can do in isolation and the things you can do socially. And I think that both of those concepts are very important in a club like Meditation Club, because meditation is the act of focusing your attention onto one thing. And with all this time alone, our attention is focused on ourselves, and we're not worried really about what other people have going on, because most of us at least are isolated from other people. And alright, so first I wanted to talk about the effects of not meditating for like 25 some odd days now. And this is a practice that I've done because the practice of not meditating I've done because last year a lot of people told me, Oliver, it's hard to respect your club and come to your club when you act like you hold on to this wisdom that all of us don't have. Like, you are like the one who meditates, and you are going to grant us with the ability to meditate. So I wanted to start off this club at the flat line, you know what I mean? That way I could evolve with everyone else. I thought that would just be something that would be positive for the club and everything. But so the biggest effect that I've noticed from it really is that my discipline has gone down. Like, if I want to read a book or something, I'm more likely to go scroll through TikTok or something than read the book. That's the number one thing that I've noticed. Number two thing that I've noticed is my spirituality. In the sense that I come outside and I'll be like, oh my God, look at these trees, they're alive. I'm alive. We're all part of one thing. We're all it's amazing. That's gone down a lot. Another thing is my love for everybody is still very high, so I can't say that's gone down. But my attention has gone down a lot. That's what I mean kind of when I was talking about my discipline. I'll read a book or something and I'll be like, this is boring, and I'll go do something else. So those are the big 3 weeks effects I've noticed from not meditating for 25 some odd days. So during these times of chaos, I guess, isolation, people are dying, people are getting sick, people are losing their jobs, economy's going down the gutter, everything's going really bad. People are looking for silver linings, people are looking for things that are good during this time. So as I talked about a lot during Meditation Club last year, the importance of gratitude, the importance of actually writing out your gratitude and thinking about your gratitude. Because we all think at least I'm a kid in Africa, every now and then, we know how blessed we are. But when things get rough, and the world is cruel, and the world is cruel, a lot of us kind of brush that over to the side. And so expressing gratitude and keeping a habit of expressing gratitude, such as in the morning, such as a journal. In the morning, you wake up and before you grab your phone to go scroll on Instagram and see all the pretty people, pretty happy people, you think about all the things that you're grateful for. Oh my God, I got this great bed, I just woke up and I just slept so well, or maybe I didn't sleep so well, but everything's going good. And so that's what I mean by express gratitude. And so during this time, a lot of people are looking for ways to find things to be grateful for. And so I just want to ask that everybody make sure to do some of those, because the impact on that, on your overall happiness and your overall well-being, cannot be undervalued. Alright, now to get back to the original point of the video that I want to talk about is friendship, not socialism, but being social, and isolation, not socialism, definitely not socialism. So to get back to the original topic of the video, that's pink a lot of me. So to get back to the original topic of the video, friendship and isolation, I just want to express the amazing power of friendship. You know what I mean? This club, initially I started off as I think I've talked about this many times before, but I've started off as kind of a self-focused thing. I'm gonna come back to school, and by starting this club, people are gonna look at me different. I guess that was kind of the idea. But through this club, I've seen so many people. Maybe not so many people, 3, 4 people come by, and they're oh, Meditation Club, I look forward to it every week, and it's just something that's it really, really, really helps me. And I'm just oh my God, this is great. So I just wanted to express this kind of big spiritual concept. I guess maybe it's a little early on in the year to be talking about this, but all that we have is our naked body. Like this hat, this pina colada, this house, this shirt, everything else, these are all external. These are all, you know, assets, I guess. That's the proper use of the word, of me. But all that I have really is me. You know what I mean? So that's the number one thing that I should be taking care of. And friends and stuff, you know, you gotta look at it this way. I know it's kind of a cruel way to look at it, but it is the way it is. Friends and stuff, they're a part of your life, but at the end of the day, they're not gonna be there with you forever. And that's the thing. Like, even if, you know, you're in love with somebody and you believe you're gonna go on with them until you're, you know, 99 years old, it might be death that takes you apart. But at the end of the day, you're never gonna be able to like unify your souls and unify your persons, because all you are is you're that one person and they're that one person, and both of you are external of one another. With that being said, friendship is incredibly important, and I believe that a friend is like probably the most valuable thing that, not thing, because I don't want to consider a friend a thing, but one of the most valuable parts of life, period. A friend, someone that you can trust on, a confidant, you know. And a lot of people wonder, like, what is a friend? How can I tell a friend from not a friend? So over this like quarantine summer, I don't even know what to call it, but I've been listening to a lot of lectures by this guy Jordan Peterson, Professor Jordan Peterson, psychology professor. He's really famous. I don't know if you've heard of him, but maybe you have, maybe you haven't. Doesn't really matter. But he has this lecture about like how do you know what a friend is. I'm gonna summarize the lecture very briefly. One, a friend is someone that you can tell bad news to and they won't be like, you're dumb, and try to give you advice. Because something that took me forever to realize, and I think last year I gave so many people advice, is that when you're giving someone advice, a part of what you're saying, like the underlying meaning of it, is, you know, that sucks, but if you were me, you would have done this. You know, when they're talking about something bad that happened to them, and you're like, oh well, you know, or one of their problems, and you hit them with advice instead of listening and not trying to understand how they feel. You know, so a friend is someone that you can tell bad things to, and they'll listen and they'll say, oh yeah, something bad happened to me too, etc. And a friend is also someone that you can say good things to, and they'll be like, oh, I'm so happy for you, good things happen to me too. You know what I mean? And they'll share that joy with you. The same thing that they'll share that negativity with you. And so that's a lot of people. You can't be like, these people aren't my friend, these people aren't my friend. Because if they do those two simple things, Jordan Peterson says that they're your friend. So incredibly important. And those are people to be incredibly grateful for, because, you know, as isolation has shown us, and maybe not all of us, I mean some of us are probably, you know, less social than others, but we need friends. I miss everybody. I think everybody misses each other a little bit. And it's kind of a sad meditation club video because it's like, look how lonely all of her, but it's just facts, you know what I mean? So yeah, friends are very important. Alright, now with that being said, as I said previously, we are alone in this world. And so this period of isolation has given most of us a time to reflect, I guess. Or maybe people are just grinding and working, and I respect that. I mean, you know, who knows what you're doing during this isolation time, but the point is that you are alone. And so, something that I talked about during the like recruiting meeting, I guess, with the new students in Meditation Club, is that we spend so much time like focused on external, focused on external, focused on external, focused on external. We even have this cloud of thoughts that's always like clouding our mind about brushing our teeth or taking a shower or anything. We're just having these cloud of thoughts, and we're just like, they're just coming in our head. Like we're just listening to ourselves. You know what I mean? We're not like having a conversation with ourselves. We're just listening to this frantic like overthinking. And so as a result of this, we spend very little time like with ourselves, actually checking in with ourselves and seeing like how we feel. You know, how are we doing? And either we're always doing something, or when we're not doing something and we have time to think, we're not, you know, like, you know what I mean, checking in with ourselves completely. We're like, you know, maybe reading, maybe showering, we're doing a task at hand. And meditation is the time to actually sit with yourself and be alone with yourself, which is such a rare opportunity. Especially, you know, as I was stressing earlier, not especially, but as I was stressing earlier, yourself are the only thing that you have. And so it's crazy how little time we spend with ourselves based on the importance of ourselves. And I think that's just another reason why meditation is so important to everyone, and that's why I think that it's important for me to share with everyone. So what I just said there was kind of a tangent. I said a lot of stuff, but really what I was saying is that we've had all this time in isolation, but how much time have we really spent with ourselves? How much time have we spent on Netflix? How much time have we spent working? How much time have we spent, you know, with this cloud of thoughts? How much time have we spent actually just vibing with ourselves? And so really what I'm saying is I want everyone to try to be intentional. Try to be intentional and realize that we are with ourselves. And this idea, it's kind of a dark idea. I've kind of discussed two dark ideas. One is that like we're alone, and the second one that I'm about to bring up is that we're dying. The day that we're born, we're pretty much sentenced to death, and we never know really when it's gonna happen. But every day that we live, we're getting closer and closer to that death date. You know what I mean? So, are you gonna live your entire life worried about other people, worried about Netflix, worried about books, worried about this cloud of thought in your head? Or are you gonna actually spend some time and just check in with yourself, work on yourself, listen to yourself, listen to your body, listen to your mind, listen to your thoughts, improve your thoughts, improve your body, improve your mind, improve your body, improve your spirit? Or are you just gonna continue worrying about all these other people, all these other things? And that's just what I want from everybody. I think that if everybody started working on that, we'd be like a much better place and much better world. And there's this quote by Marcus Aurelius that I brought up in the last video, which was like in May, which is, think of yourself as dead. You have lived your life. Then go on from there and continue, something like that. So everybody do that. Focus on yourself. Meditate. Be grateful. I love you guys.